Okay. I just want to start a little bit early so I can make sure everything's looking good. Or I guess earlier than I usually do. Let me know if the audio's okay. That's what I want to check. That's the last thing I forgot to check. Hi guys, could you let me know if the audio is too low on me or too high? We can just adjust that right now. We can give it a lot of fun. I just want to get this out of the way first, you know. So I'll try to talk loudly for you guys here. Okay. Looks to be pretty good. Sound is good. I know it's always subjective of like whether or not you guys on your devices are like, oh, I always set my headphones to 10%. And so when you're yelling really, really loud, it's like, it's okay, you know? So, looks like I'm peaking at some points when I laugh. Ha ha! Like a loud laugh. Sounds good. Okay, thank you. Because obviously, like, I've had, like, so many live streams in the past where, I was apparently, like completely indiscernible the entire time, and it's like, wait, why did he... I don't think I saw any comments saying, hey, can you guys, like, help me out to actually say, like, I'm too quiet or not? Anyway, I'll say hello once I get in. But, thank you guys for coming in, though. And helping me with that. With that said, I think we're just about ready. Beep. There we go. One last thing there. Okay. Alrighty. Now I can wave to you in 60 FPS if you're watching it with that setting on. If you're watching it right now, this should look pretty cool. Looks pretty really smooth. It's freaking me out. So hi guys. Hi Joker, Star, Cookie, Joker, Dakota, and Gamma Alien. It's best with waifu. I don't think she's waifu material just yet. Hi guys. Yeah, so you probably heard about all the Streamlabs drama. I was like, I can just go ahead and just kind of just you know, just switch over to regular OBS. So that's why I kind of changed everything. So up in the top left, I had to like redo a whole bunch of stuff. So that's a little different. And I was like, hey, this would be a good chance to see if I can do 60 FPS. So in the bottom right corner, just a gear, and we do like video display or something. You'll be able to see that as an option, 1080p, 60 FPS. So get that up there if your device allows that. Let's see. She's fine. Well, the left one is the camera, so this is the only thing you'll be able to see when we actually render it out. So I'll go ahead and play it a couple times. So it works. It's just that off screen, to make that actually work means that I have to like destroy your arm and like really bend it out. But the amount of arm that I actually see on screen here, you know, isn't that much. So to get it to look like this and have her still be kind of like over here out of the frame, to have her whole body out of frame, it was just easier to stretch it out. So that's why it's a little bit in 3D, you know, viewport. It doesn't make any sense. That's the extreme stretch going on there. Let's be part of it. It's all part of it, yeah. In a sense, in squash and stretch, it's more... Squash and stretch is obviously when you have a ball and if it falls down, then it like stretches outward, and then when it goes up, it gets more up and downy. This is literally just to do something that traditional animators wouldn't have to deal with. Would be to actually have... You have to have the whole model visible, you know, it has to like exist in the world. So it's like you have to do weird camera tricks to move them out of the way and then get these over here. So that's what I've had to do. Hi cartoons, welcome. Let's see though. Hopefully you know about that. Let's see. I had to sneeze, but I'll be okay. So once I talk about it, it should go away. Hi Purple. Welcome. Getting you guys all in. So I did, what was that? I did, start to, I did work on the first shot. I did clean it up a little bit, so there is a little bit more animation going on here. Look at it kind of wiggle around. So I did animate this to be, I was gonna say cleaner, but I guess there's still little inconsistencies here and there. So I just learned a little bit more about Source Filmmaker as I worked on it today. Let's see what I did. So I animated her mouth opening just a little bit, so like her jaw kind of opens a little bit here. A little bit more pop to the expression. I think I have her, yeah, I have her blink here, which was pretty fun. So there's a lot of different controls like all going at the same time to make the eye work. Is that I have the, obviously the eyeball closing. It's girl eyes. Let's see if I can actually read these. It's maybe one of these. Close eyes. So yeah, here's the graph editor for nerds to get these out. So there's keyframe to like close it, and then to like have it open and then close here, so that you can see like how every time the eye closes, there's like these values to go from 1 to 0 to 100, basically. So, as well as I think the eyebrows somewhere in here. Also do some animation. I don't know which ones these are. One of these will. But that one's got some animation. I don't think so. Well, it kind of maybe moves it just a little bit, but I don't think that actually does anything. Some of these have more animation than others. Yeah, this one has a to make that different kind of expression in there to make it flatter, and then the surprise. Let's see what that is. Yeah, that's this one. So they're all different like values and shape keys to change the value between these different expressions, basically, with these. So I can keep playing with that. But yeah, to make this like one blink, I have to like do the close eye blink plus an eyebrow and move the eyeball and move the head, and then also a whole bunch of other different programs and stuff. So it's more than just close eye and then open up, you know. It's like, oh, I have to do like 3 or 4 different things all at the same time to make it look more realistically, you know. So yeah, there's just a lot under the hood going on between all that. So so I'm for my first time in like 9 years playing with Source Filmmaker, I'm pretty happy. So just down to like just keep playing with these sliders and making more and more different things on top of each other. It's like even I played with her tail a little bit. Wanted to click on it. I think I can. Only these are butt controls. Tail. There we go. So I have different sliders for the tail to also kind of jimmy that down. So if you look at this area, you see like the tail kind of wiggles, and then I have some keyframes to like kind of wiggle that around. So the only thing I really animated for this was basically these 2 keyframes to say, hey, go from slider whatever position. I think it's a rotation. Yeah, it's the Z rotation. So basically just doing this, and there's a keyframe in it to say, hey, at this point I want her to like, all the tail is doing is just rotating along that axis to go up a little bit. And that's all I did. I didn't animate. Source Filmmaker figured out the jiggle bones to like automatically, you can see how that kind of wiggle and follow through. Like the rest of the entire tail actually animates on its own with its own physics. So all I did was just say like, hey, rotate, and then the bones and the internal work kind of did it for me. So the physics engine kind of figured it out. So that was pretty cool to see. And it's like, oh, It's incredible just like how much not work you have to do on the animator side. Like when you just watch other source filmmaker animations, it's like how much you have to think like how much did they actually animate now that I've seen so much of this now. And it's like, oh, you literally just kind of did that and then it didn't actually have to animate every single little bip here going like doodle doodle doodle, you know, all the way down to kind of wiggle it, you know. And all you had to do like on your end was to go wiggle it enough that it becomes wiggly, you know. So there's still art to it and still like all creativeness, but it's also like I have all these systems to be able to do stuff like that. So it's kind of like, huh. I think what I also animated in the meantime, I also probably like move one of these pelvises or something, maybe one of these body, hips, pelvis, one of these, spine, here's some. Yeah, so I animated the spine here. You can see how that's kind of rotating there along that axis. Yep. So right there. So it goes up, and so this one controls basically the whole upper front, the front half. So a little dippy bird there. So I animated that in the meantime, and so that just adds another layer on top to say like, oh, instead of just head move or not move at all, you know, it's like gotta like follow through with everything. That if she gets pushed on the nose, then that means her entire body might recoil back, and so I wanted something like that to be also influenced. So there's a lot of like extra steps and like extra work that even with all the jiggle bones and physics applied to it, you still like have to still sort of animate a lot of stuff to be able to get what you want. To make it look less stiff is that have different pieces move at the same time or offset. Like the wings don't move at the same time, they just kind of have their own kind of follow through. So that's fun. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. It's you know, like a week ago or so. Like I didn't know how to do any of this. I'm slowly just kind of building up on what I wanted. Like I had like a couple keyframes and just kind of figured out like what I wanted, and then just kind of built on top of it to make it look more and more sophisticated, even though it's the same sort of like there's only like so many different poses going on, but there's just like so many different mechanics that kind of interweave in between each other to make it seem like it's more complicated than it really is, but it's still complicated at the same time. So yeah. So let's see. Let's go back to our storyboard. So what did we see? We got this part. Got the first shot done. That's beep. That's part. So that's good. Second shot is clone Derpy, then she gets booped too. So we're gonna animate that hopefully today. See how far we can get with that. Probably gonna get to this part. Just want to make sure that this looks really good. So let's get going on. I got some emails. Okay. How you guys doing? I've been so focused on my work that's like I forgot to be a human for a while. So I've kind of just been focusing on this so much that I forgot to do anything outside of this for days. Oh man. Let's see here. Stream still going? Let's see. Excellent connection. Am I still on? Good. Okay. Just gotta do a check. Okie dokie. Because I'm still testing out OBS and 60 FPS, so if something breaks, it would probably break about now. So let's see. Okie dokie. So what I want to do is it's basically the same animation as the first shot, at least with the hoof kind of a thing. So maybe we can. I was thinking of copy and pasting the first shot's animation, but also I want it to be kind of still unique. Especially I want a different expression, so I'm not going to copy everything. But I think I might just be. It seems weird, but I think it might be easier to just make it from scratch. Because trying to make it, I can copy and paste the actual keyframes and motions from one Derpy to another shot's Derpy, and kind of be Like I want it to be a little bit different now, to especially make it unique. But I do know that there is a way to like copy paste keyframes and poses from even one character to another character in a different shot, you know. So I think I'm just gonna make it unique by just starting fresh from this one. So I'm gonna go with my graph editor, go to my first frame, and we'll get going. Alrighty. Oh well. Hi Elijah, welcome. Let's see. So we're gonna go with Derpy right, and we'll just kind of just get going. All right. So let's see. Edge body. Oh, I also want to check if the bones are correct. Okay, yes. Because that was a weird thing, is that I wanted like IK controls, which are gonna be more complicated than it's worth. But basically, you see how like the hoofs know where the ground is, and then they kind of crumple up. So they're like they know where the ground is, and so they kind of want to follow and like they're influenced by it. So they kind of get squished down a little bit. So I wanted something like that. See that? So you can have like a jump, and they don't like disappear into the floor. So I had to like figure that out. Because I think, if I go back to the first shot just real quick, the Derpy right, same one. I have to go into the, oh right, there we go. So if I do this now, she should just disappear into the floor. So there are different animation sets, which is a complicated way of different like symbols or different instances. So they're different than copy. It's a copy, but like not a duplicate. So that's why this one in this first shot is like a little bit different, because she is literally just another copy. Even though the whole thing's about copies, but yeah. So I was like, hey, wait a minute. What if I want, you know, that reaction where I wanted the IK inverse kinematics to have it so like she knows where the floor is and then can react to it. Because it gets really annoying when you try to like always like make sure that the legs always like don't clip into the floor, and try to always have to like move it up and like say like, oh geez, leg, what are you doing? And kind of lift it up and break it here. So it's much more work to try and get that to work. So just much easier to go like, I had to like go into here. I figured this out, that if you right click in this mode, rig, and then there's two different versions apparently. There's the revamped ponies, which is the title that the original maker of this called them to be a new version. But there's also the rig biped simple, and the biped simple was the one that clips through the floor, but the revamped one is IK. So that means it'll let's see, yeah, react to the floor. So some simple stuff like that to like just make sure that everything's a-okay before I get going on here. So okay, just wanted to check on that. I know that we won't really see the floor to begin with, but if it means that this IK on the hoof works, then that's gonna be just as much worth it to get that going. I can show you a better view of that. This is what IK magic of that can kind of do, is that it's trying its best to work on it. Yep. So obviously there's different points, but if you do it right, then you'll be able to do this correct. That's the other one. So I don't know what that one does. I don't know what I clicked. These may not work. That works. Beep beep. Right, head. Let's work on that. Let's get the first expression on the first frame and then just kind of go from there. Oh, she's already derpy, so that's wonderful. Okay. Derpy eyes. I want to actually close her eyes, so at least for right now I can just kind of go in and close eyes value and slide that to closed. But I would like her to be happy, so maybe this might be a different one. So I'll just have to keep looking through and see which of these lower wide might work best. And it's not the, because I wanted this where it's like this happy, because I think I got it where if I do this, yeah, we're like this kind of an eye where it's kind of like upturned eyes or upturned eyelashes or brows and whatever. I don't even know. Yeah, it'd be brows, but I don't think they really call them that. Might actually be an eyebrow, but that'd be weird. Short brows. Focus brows. Ooh. So, obviously I didn't make this, so I'm not sure everything that's in here, what all these do. So I just kind of have to look through all these and make sure that everything's maybe what I want. Maybe does that. Cheeks. Even for cheeks and maybe that kind of does it. If I release that, yeah, okay. So it's like that's where it gets complicated. Is that they're different drivers and they're different like control different aspects, but when you like blend them together, then it can get combined results, you know. So that's where it gets complicated. And there you go, and that's how we get that. So I put that up there, close eye, and then the cheeks. Cheeks might be breaking it, so just kind of playing around with these until one of these works well. Lid lower, close that. Okay, thank you, Star, for letting me know. Wide, relax. Ugh. So some of these, yeah, don't blend well together if you had too many there, or the wrong mixture. Some of these are designed to be one specific thing, so I'm kind of just cheating, I guess, with some of these to make this sort of a thing. So there we go. It's got that. That's what I want. And let's go to mouth, lower mouth, mouth grin, smirk. So just kind of jaw open, ha. Mouth grin, just like a little bit, and then maybe want lip down, maybe to make that lip go down a little bit. That was kind of hard to see with all the dithering, or like this pattern of the lights, so it's kind of hard to see exactly what's going on. And it's unfortunate with that. I can try and remove the lighting, but it doesn't really help much with that. So I tried to earlier also try to like add lights, but I think it's just kind of built in. Maybe some of the HDR, probably not HDR lighting is broken or something. I'm not sure, but I think it's just an artifact of SFM that has this kind of pattern for, I think it's more for ambient occlusion, and I think that was a thing, which means, how do you describe ambient occlusion? Render settings, ambient occlusion. It's when an object casts a shadow onto itself, is like the bullet point of that. Yeah, so basically that'll remove it. But then remove all lighting then, so it's kind of hard to AO only, outline only, AO and outline. Or we can just show the AO outline. Oh. So we could probably just turn it off, and then it looks a little bit weird. It looks naked somehow without it. Maybe it doesn't work for now, just to get rid of the... Because I want to see exactly what I'm doing. I don't want to be like, you know, I don't want to be like, oh, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good because the ambient occlusion is what's making it look weird, you know. So this might work for now, but I think the lighting is a bit too much, you know. Let's just move the... Let's close everything. I want to move her actually head. I think it's one of these. Meow. Is that this one? Here's head. Okay. So let's kind of rotate it a little bit towards us and a little bit left. Let's make it kind of happy. Kind of like, kind of smug. Rotate that. So we'll have to just kind of go through each of these and just kind of rotate. I was trying to get the wing, but I think right wing. Is that not it? Or maybe, oh, that is a right wing. Okay. So just trying to grab each of these here. Let's see. Left wing. Organize that to be that, and then other wing. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, my bad, I had the hand on the wrong keyboard there. Trying to lift that up a little bit. Other wing. So I want her head to like clip into her, or like touch and like overlap, let's say, her hair here, which I might need to figure that out. Let's see, are jiggle bones in here? Might be in the unknowns. Hair front. That works. Okay. Let's get the wing. Still not happy with this pose, so obviously again, the pose doesn't work. Keep trying it, because it's way better to have your poses work, and then it's better to have these work now, and then and then not try and fight it later. So it's like really important to get like your poses like super happy from the onset, or at the beginning. So then you don't have to worry about it later, you know? There's a jiggle bones, I think. Yeah, okay. So I wiggle this around, maybe? Where's his tail? So I just want to test this real quick, so I'm going to have it go up. And then see what happens. So it should freak out, yeah. So that's what that does. Yeah, that's kind of actually... that works. Happy accidents always happen. So I can cut it to be right about there. Boop. Boop. I actually kind of like that. I can leave that for now because that's easy to remove later. Like the tail isn't required for other poses later. You know, like her, if I have her arm up and then testing that out, and then if I wanted her in a real animation or real poses, wanted it to be down, then that's an issue. So, let's see here. So I think they all kind of move, but I think I just want the Z one to be moving. So that's the blue one. So all I want is the blue line to move. So I have to remove the keyframes for the other two axes. So now it's just kind of just that. And we could probably lessen it because it's actually probably a bit much. It's probably too fast. So maybe we can either slow it down and also try and grab it, which is surprisingly hard to do. There we go. That worked out. Cool. Okay. How does that work? We liking that. Trying to realign this. Okay. So, next step is basically the same thing. Now we got her in this pose. So then, I have her open her eyes, other arm comes in, and then she gets booped. and then they both kind of sit. And then boop each other's nose, and then that's it. Okay, so have her eyes open here. So I have a different idea of like her eyes be still closed and then get booped, and then she has this expression where she's freaked out, like with this, but her eyes open here. Just might wanna redo this. Just make sure I know exactly what I'm doing. Oop, purple. It's good to just make sure that these storyboards match exactly what I want. Both. And then maybe be like one of her eyes open. Actually, I don't think they're independent. Is that possible? Can I have one eye open? Is there like a wink? Is that one of them? Yeah, I think they're... Well, you can't see from that angle. Oh, sorry, face. Yeah, so they're both connected, so that's actually not gonna work the way that I want this to work. Which is also weird. Which I also found is that the eyeball pupils, at least for these specific models, are not able to scale their pupils. Tried looking it up. I actually did a couple research. I was gonna say like research trips to figure out if other people were having trouble with that. And it's like, yeah, people actually do, where the eyeballs didn't have a scale feature, which was really weird. Usually the with 3D, there's always like 9 channels and 3 different ways to affect everything. There's always a X, Y, Z, and 3 different operations. So you can like move things, you can rotate things, and you can scale things. This unfortunately is not a scale thing. Really, this is a screen, which is like this kind of rotatey weird thing that still doesn't quite make sense. But yeah, apparently Source forgot to make scale just be a regular thing. Maybe they just thought it would destroy things too easily, or like, you know, I don't know. So yeah, the whole thing means that to be able to like make things larger, you have to like go deep into this and say, hey, let me see if I can I even do it. Does this even allow me? Yeah, it's like hit or miss whether or not somebody's actually let you. Yeah, I don't see it. Let's see. It's only somebody's bones are able to do it. Certain bones allow you to do it, and it's still tricky to know whether or not one of these is actually able to do it. But basically it just allows for, yeah, here. I had to like do a weird program. Had to do like, I don't think I did, yeah. Oh, that's another thing, is that I tried to do like a coding thing. That sort of worked, but also not. I was able to get all the way to the point where it's like, I did all the tutorial stuff and like I got everything set up, but then it was like, nothing actually physically happened, so who knows. Hi Derpy Chew, welcome to the Dirt Party. Enjoy your stay. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure. So anyway, this view target scale for these eyes don't actually do anything as far as I'm aware. Seen it. So, oh well. We're in here. Let's get in here. Beep beep. So you got her to wiggle her tail. That'll be a bit slow, so let's see if I can. Would like a. I'm so used to nodes now. Weirdly enough, that's like Out of all these library stuff of just like scrolling through hundreds of things, just give me a node view any day now. I'm actually way better at that. I'm way better at reading a node view than just looking through, you know, look at all this and go, oh, I want one specific thing. Ah. Even if a node view, you're able to have different like blocks that then connect to each other between with cables or noodles, and then create this like board and grid that can actually not, it's a free floating, so there's no grid, so just have a whole bunch of different blocks that kind of connect to each other. It's much more visual to be able to go like, where's all my head stuff? It'll be like in this section, you know, organized in a hierarchy. This is just a weird list of like everything in a boring list. So, jiggle butt. There you go. Let's see. So, right. You're a bag of someone eating. Oh, that's my dad. He's eating in front of me. Sounds like playing a game. So, he's got headphones, so he can maybe hear me. I don't know. If he can hear me, maybe you can nod your head, Papa. Okay, he's dead. Okay. He's aggressive the game then. But yeah, he's eating right now. So that's a little. Is that distracting? I'm sorry then. Let's see, because I'm trying to do my best here, you know. Let's see. Wiggle, wiggle. It's physics based, so like the tail kind of moves sometimes a lot, but also sometimes not. I don't know. I want more time actually, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just give myself a whole bunch of time in that shot. Just give me a whole bunch, and then I can then work from here. Beep. Okay. There's no science to any of that. They're just trying to make this longer of a shot to have more time to work with. Beep 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 beep. Okay. Guess I just wanted to drop by. So bye. Thank you, Derpy. Thank you so much. I still appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining. You can watch the video on demand later. Watch all the fun hijinks that we may or not happen. I don't know. But thank you. What I want to do, I want to actually animate. Sorry to get back onto this. Too quickly there. He is a great. Yeah, Dad actually taught me animate for Flash. So I appreciate it. Derby left. Let's animate her leg. So obviously she's off screen here. So what do I got here? I got my bones. So we'll be doing the same thing, maybe? Let's see. Oh, they're different names now. So that's interesting. Collar. Oh, so it's... is it IK or FK? It's either forward kinematics or inverse kinematics. So this is the left one that's off screen right now. So I believe the arm here is controlling that. So we'll have to do the same thing again. I have to line this up. I have to like move her body, rigid body, root. Again, I want like a top-down view, just button. That'd be nice. I think I'm gonna work on this a little better this time and actually have her rotate into the pose, and maybe kind of have her be a little bit there. There you go. So now it should be more forward. Okay. Collar, bone, apparently, which is apparently the shoulder. How do I get to water view? Can't do that. Okay. Where'd it go? Beep. Beep. Hand position. Meow. Meow. And I can only go so far, apparently. Hi guys. I started. Sorry. It's weird because I haven't actually animated with this kind of style IK arm yet, so kind of just figuring this out for right now. Welcome back, Star. Next week is Thanksgiving. That's crazy because I had so many plans, like with the movie, try to get things done by certain milestone times and stuff. That's like, oh, I'll have like this, you know, this thing be done, this model or this texture or environment done by, you know, maybe like in a week or so, and try to get it done before, you know, try and animate it before Thanksgiving or something. Try to get things animated before things are started. So, oh, there we go. That's how you do it. Beep 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 beep. Okay. Near. Again, I'm not sure where everything is in space, so that's still the issue. Let's kind of move that over. This might not work because the way that the arm is controlling everything, which is weird to say because like that's what we want to happen, is that the arm is gonna, this one is controlling it. So yeah, Derpy Chew left because there's a bit too many Derpies right now going on. Yeah. Yeah. It's all jello-y. Oh, that's the other arm. Is that this one? That's the elbow. Okay. This is what we had last time with Blender, is that this would happen with like the elbow would just break like that. So cool. Okay, so the arm, the hand is the one that's kind of controlling the motion, so I think it's inverse or something. I'm actually not quite sure, but semantically which one's which, but at least. So, you know, the last time I animated the first shot arm with, I think the way that I thought it wouldn't work was it kind of wibbles around. Was that I kind of moved the collar first, or I guess the shoulder. I moved the collar, shoulder, moved the shoulder first, and then I was able to move the hand independently. Or if I moved the hand, then the shoulder wouldn't be affected at all. Like the shoulder controlled the motion, or like the shoulder was the main influence or parent. So now, I think because I changed it to be the opposite, it's now the hand is now the main influence. So that might be the parent. Which in this kind of motion, maybe I just have to like just animate the hand and just kind of go boop with the right kind of shape here. So it'll still work. It'll just be like animating it with the reverse parts, I guess. So that's the only thing that's kind of a little bit different here. So I'm just gonna quickly go back to my timing here to see just about where, about 85. That's around here. So I want to make it a little bit slower. I want to make it so you can see her kind of wiggle. Maybe like go to like 100. I think that'd be good. Give enough time there. Okay, so I'm probably gonna animate the shoulder first. Can I rename it? No. Shoulder. Let's see. So let's add a keyframe. Everything, every channel, XYZ, XYZ, position, rotation. Everything should have a keyframe. Let's just go ahead and have everything. Then I'm going to animate have a keyframe just to begin with. So that means that in this area, the arm won't move at all because now it's the same value between here and here, But from here to here, I'm going to have the arm in 3-dimensional spruce. Trying to figure out which, because it's more locally which one's going to be moving. So I'm just kind of grab the whole thing and just kind of push it up and then go whoop. And then move that over. And then move the hand maybe over. The collar needs to move. Shoulder needs to move back a little bit. Elbow needs to go. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky now. So this needs to go up a little bit. It's so whack. Okay. And let's move that. And let's move that. And let's move this up. So, boop. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay. Good, good. Well, I can see the green lines being the onion skin. So I can see where it's going. Apparently made a keyframe there. Don't want that yet. Just keyframe here. Move that over a little bit. I just select all of them, and then I can move every keyframe there. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep. Turn 110-ish. Let's go position, shoulder, and we're going to move it. Around there, maybe. Hand. Let's get a touch. Trying to get it to touch the snoot, but maybe might be too far away, so might have to move Derpy a little bit closer if this doesn't work. Apparently this isn't. That's not gonna work. You know, if I had scale or something, I'd be able to just get it to there, you know? Whatever this is now. So I still want to see this. That's the other leg. I kind of... This is going to be weird. I can do this, and then I can get really close. That's kind of breaking it. If I move her down... Nah, that's kind of... Bluff. Because I want the... backward edge here. I don't want to see this part, so I'm trying to move it in a way, but then also it needs to still... Yeah, it's like arm isn't good. Hand can't move longer than that because it can't scale. And yeah, there's no button for it. Cool. Well. Oh boy. Beep. Beep, 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 beep. Thanks. Thanks, Dakota. Yeah. I definitely am trying to take my time. I'm definitely not trying to rush or trying to go too slow with it. How we doing? Yeah. So I may need to go back to Derpy right. Go to Ridge Body. Root Transform. And I'm just going to go into here. Say here. And then let's have repeat. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is just trying to fight with the controls more than anything. So I can kind of move her a little bit closer. Or was that they wanted to move her too close because then she'll kind of cross like the halfway point of the halfway of the whole screen, left or right. See, with this one, how did I do that? Actually, I did cross it, and it sort of is. Okay. Forgot how I did this. So it is kind of like that, beep. And so it's just kind of just hiding under there. And so what I can do, this is to see, whoop. Gotta correct that. Let's see. So, beep, beep, beep. So for this position, let's see. Let's try and grab it. I'm gonna actually, nope. See, I moved it too far in one direction there. Yeah. Elbow? What elbow? What's the elbow doing? It's not doing much there. Collar. Bleh. Bleh. Let's get it closer. No, it's being influenced. I think the main problem is that it's just being, the IK is just being funky with how the influence is working. It might actually work better. Now that I know that this doesn't quite work the way that because I know I'm gonna have to like clean this up and I'm gonna be even more in a mess. That it might actually be better at this point to, I think I might have to reset this. I think I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's restart this. We haven't done too much here anyway. Let's go back to, take all this and delete our 3 keyframes. Beep, beep, beep. And just delete it. Apparently it still knows all of that, so that's a little weird. Then it changes the values somehow. Something else is moving, maybe? That's weird. Change rushing streams. He doesn't really need to rush him anyway. It works in them only on stream. I actually worked for about an hour, 2 hours, trying to get some of the bugs out with the first shot. So I did work on that off stream. So that's why I'm kind of also not in the same vein as like why I'm not rushing through to figure this out on stream, is because I know that I'll have time off stream to work on them. So that's actually more to the point. Why did it make, I deleted the keyframes and it's still like freaking out. Playhead. Beep. Okay. So what I'm gonna do. Nope, she still breaks her arm. Cool. Okay. Well, I probably want to remove that though, because it might blend in weird. That's what I want to do. How is... Okay, so we're gonna diagnose it. Okay, so here we go. The right derpy in this mode is I think, which rig is it? The problem is that I did, that's problem is that I did IK backwards for these. Let's see. I know that if it has the body has a different type of way that it says it. Let's see. Yeah, rig legs is different from legs. So if it has rig in front of it, that means that it's IK or FK, I'm not sure. But if it's regular legs, that means that it's not IK or FK at all. It's just basic. So what I want to do is revert this and just backwards it to reverse it to now have left one. Yeah, it's colored. What really count? Most of the work is done soon. Yeah, yeah, okay. Most of the actual work is fixing bugs, doesn't change anything, only fixing one's already set. I do a little bit of extra work, but yeah, I at least for what I did this time was just trying to figure things out and do, yeah, it was mostly cleanup work, so okay. Where am I? I'm on shot 2. I want to set this left one to be rig basic simple. So that means it's going to revert all these and hopefully make them not the colored bones. What? That's weird. I thought this would work. There we go. And that kind of works. And it can still work. Okay, cool. And there's still invisible keyframes, which is still baffling for me. Because what a keyframe looks like is that it has a little black dot to say, hey, this is literally an instance of where a change should occur. So what I don't understand is when it makes these little curves that don't have points. And it's like, what are you doing? So I guess I have to go into the motion editor or whatever this is. Yeah. And say, hold, let's say, playhead. And I guess I'll have to say, extend to the entire thing. Beep. That's, I don't know about that. That doesn't feel right of how I would have to do something like that to get it to not do something. Just to clean that up. Oh. Which one's which? This is a right arm. Okay. So let's do the same thing from here to here. Let's go playhead. Beep. Okay. I got left and right mixed up, but I think we're good. It shouldn't move, at least from that point. Ah! What the what? What the what? What's going on here? Okay. Playhead. Beep. Please. You don't have any keyframes. It's the weirdest thing. Why is the hardest part of this? Just trying to make things stop moving. Oh yeah, it only like plays through whatever is the visibly on screen. So like go from these keyframes from all the way from here to here. So it's like it'll play what's going on, but you also got this giant box in the middle. So it's like, oh, I had to like set this up and also kind of make sure that that's also there, but I can't really see whether or not it's actually going on. So a lot of weird stuff. But at least arm still good. Okay, so what we're gonna do. Let's go back to all these and maybe zero it out. Maybe. Or maybe default it. If I just go into each of these and just kind of default, what's gonna happen? What's the worst that could happen? It didn't work. Okay. Let's see. So right shoulder. At least this works. Forearm. Can I see what the values are? Which of these are going on? Probably just set this to 0, maybe. Hey, what are you? I just zero all of your rotations out. New idea. Let's try. This is where the noob of being not enough time knowing what I'm doing is breaking things up. Oh wait, I was gonna take the keyframes from this arm and apply it, but I seem to have the same issue. But maybe this will work. So we're gonna take the beep, 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 and this keyframe, and I'm gonna copy key, go out, scene shot 2, go in, and Derpy left, body, nope, legs, arms, beep, 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 and go to this frame and say paste, beep. Hey, there we go. Now that's a win. I got some water. I'm gonna Good. Salute to that. Okay. We sit up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So, all we gotta do is just do the same thing and animate it the same way, and we'll be good. Alright, so here we go. Gonna take each of these, go into here, and I think I'm just gonna have to animate her arm. Wait, what happened here? Why did it break? Oh my god, what the what? Oh, wait, what? What? Beep. What? Okay, sure. Go. Okay. Yep. Okay, so set up the camera, and we gotta go shoulder. Move to where I want it to be, probably in the corner there. Let's move the forearm. Yep. Can I take all these? It's global. Cool. So I'm gonna undo that. Probably just start from the ball hand and work my way backwards. Why is it moving that as well? Oh, I'm not sure why that's happening. So wait, how do you then do this? Let's see. So I have the shoulder. Let's just rotate it. I feel like I gotta give you guys what you've been waiting here for. Just so I can have closure as well. Sorry. And then see right about where. Let's see here. Arm at the angle here. See, that's a little bit off, so I have to move this over just a little bit. Let me just get into like her booping pose here. I want it to go down. Oh, I did rotation. I want position. It's a shame that they're both the same color. I want it to be a little bit higher. I want this camera position, but to be able to select everything correctly, kind of can't. Forearm. Rotate. Up. And push it a little bit closer. And let's get it to be more straight. Arm. Or hand, I guess. Hand needs to be up and up a little bit there. Let's get the shoulder down a little bit closer. Apparently doing that. Also moved it wrong axis, but at least we're clipping. We're touching. So that's good. We're getting there. Okay, that's a good sign, you know. Okay. Boom. I want that. And let's see. Ball. Rotate. And let's move it back actually a little bit. Shoulder. And let's just rotate the whole thing up a little bit. And I see that it kind of gets a little jimmied. So I'll have to straighten this out a little bit there. Okay. At least that's close. Okay. Beep. There we go. Okay. That's as much as I'll probably be able to do. Especially because now I'm overtime anyway. So, see how, it's not that easy to do all this. So, it's a lot of work to even get simple stuff going. So, something's going on there. Oh, she disappears. Cool. Well, I'll have to figure out why she fell over. Okay. Derpy, right? Does it have a keyframe? Where am I? Boy. I just select everything here. Is there actually a keyframe for any of this? I should be able to see that one there. I see that. See that? So if I hopefully can systematically find out which one of these it is. It's this one. It's on the pelvis. Here. We need to play head. So hopefully, nope. That doesn't fix it. Okay. Yay, okay. If you have no idea how I fixed any of that, then say to me too. I sort of knew what I was doing, but it's just kind of like trial and error. Also, why did that happen in the first place? I can't tell you that. It's more just, a lot of this is just like, whoops, I did something wrong, and then spending 3 times as much time trying to fix it. And I think that kind of goes with everything. It's kind of like just how animation kind of goes, at least my process of how my animation experience is kind of like that, where it's kind of like, whoops, I guess I did something wrong. I'll spend the time trying to figure out what I did, and usually that takes just as much time as if I just did it again or did it, you know, obviously if I did it the right time, if I did it the correct way the first time, then I wouldn't have to spend that much time trying to fix it. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, we got that. Might have to have another stream to start from here. Yeah. Either I could like try and clean this up or like actually animate. The problem is that I didn't get as far as I thought that I wanted to get it to a point where, you know, I would get to like through here but not as much detail, you know. So yeah, I had to work on this. Start from here. And what did we do? We just kind of got that expression, tail moving and little arm. But that's sometimes how it goes. So, oh well. Way over time. Let's go to bubbles. Boop! Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Well, how we doing? I know that was very stressful for me, so let's see how we're doing now. Excellent connection still going. Still trying to test to see if the stream itself, the metadata is still doing good. We're still going good. Cool. Try to click something over here. That's almost working. Our preview says it's 360. Let me see how this is doing in this preview, I guess, then. I'm going to do the stats for nerds. Yeah, okay. 1080 at 60. Okay, cool. Well, I got a slideshow in 60 FPS. There you go. Recently, about a month or so, almost a month ago now, we got new internet, or like got more bandwidth, or much more like upload and download, I don't know, speeds, but it much like more storage, like it's just got larger or something. So I was like, let's see if we can test it out. So this is like a stress test to see whether or not this is working. But apparently, you know, this is working out pretty well. Hopefully. I also had to do like extra steps to make the my little avatar actually work in 60 as well. There's actually a button to set the frame rate, so there's actually a lot of prep work to get this all going. I had to like completely redo my entire stream actually. Redo my entire stream setup. I had to like convert everything and import everything, so like a lot of the time today was trying to set up the stream. So still transitioning. There's still a little bit of stuff to clean up with even the stream stuff as well. So we're just we're just transitioning between all these different stuff. So yeah, and that's just again from the Streamlabs drama. That's like, I didn't want someone to like point out and go, hey, are you still using that? You know, talking to every streamer, you know, and it's like, didn't want to get into that pressure into it, like have someone else pressure me into it too much. That's like, okay, I'll make up my decision on my own and do it on my own volition, you know, which, yeah. So there's still like some little widgets that are still Streamlabs powered, so I'm still out to work on those. I think even this slideshow, it's still using that that architecture, I guess, or something. So I think OBS has a bunch more widgets and special stuff than I knew about, so I have to keep playing with that to figure that out. So yeah. Okay, Dakota, thank you so much for joining. Super appreciate it. Thank you. See you later then. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get everything set up. It's I don't know where I'm going with that. I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Well, I guess I can ask, how was the performance? Did you if you went to 60, did you feel a difference? You know, because no one like going between, you know, 30 to 60. That's like, you know, twice as many frames. So, did you guys notice that? Did it feel too weird? Did I feel too floaty? Definitely the animation itself inside of the video, when I play it back in real time, that's still set to 24. So the actual animation that we're working on is still 24. So, but yeah, just moving around and doing menus and like moving a mouse. So, stuff like that. So everything outside of the actual playback of the animation is everything else around it is 60. Machine can never handle 60. That's too bad then. Because I'm going to keep gloating about it, going like, look at me. Look how smooth I am, you know? Man. What kind of machine then? Well, as a device, you know, as a computer or a phone, you know? Because even like phones are able to do like 2K. I probably can go past 60 hertz or something. I know my dad's phone is like 60 FPS and mine's not, so it's like whenever I look at my dad's phones, it's like I get freaked out. That's like, whoa, this is buttery smooth, you know? It's like, whoa, we can't see the frames. Yeah, so yeah, so maybe because I already started this animation and already planned things out, everything, you know, to be 24, I didn't think to, because obviously if I set the stream itself would have been before was set to 30, it capped at 30. So if the animation inside of it was 60, you literally wouldn't be able to experience the same way. So, and I guess it kind of worked out, especially if people don't, and not everyone has 60, then that'll happen if you would actually still experience the same animation at the same frame rate. So it's just everything else like kind of looks nice and smooth. Let's see. Hi, two-tailed wavy horse. Horses don't have hands. I appreciate it. Thank you. What happens if someone starts their car in gear like the remote start? Is that a stick shift? Is this a joke? Because I actually don't know. Has this actually happened to you? In gear like the remote start. I actually don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm completely not a car guy to know any of that. I do have my driver's license, so I can legally drive, so at least I got that going. But yeah, I don't know about that. Hey and bye, Sasha. Thank you. Yeah. I know you don't want the parking brake on. I know you don't want to, have... No, you probably want to start the car in park. Like if you turn the key on to start up the car, then you probably want to be in park. And then you hold down the... I could be completely wrong, so please stop me when something's wrong. Then you hold the... It's been so long. I haven't actually driven in so long. I meant to drive, do some practice. Meant to do some practice this month, but still haven't got around to it. Oh man. This is happening up. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. I know they got the dirigibles or the blimps. So maybe the blimp uses stick shift. Yeah, to get that started. Yeah, I don't think the up guy was in chat today. I don't think so. Or at least they didn't talk about it, so it's not a bad thing, but yeah. We have less to talk about now, you know. Let's see. Yeah. I'm so tired. Just been overworking myself. Yeah, as I've said, like I've been focusing so much on my work that's kind of hard to. I really got outside. It's really sad. I just keep explaining, like I haven't got outside, I haven't driven, I haven't done anything. I did like a grocery run like a week ago. That was the only time I got outside. So yeah, it's been a hot bit. Well, yeah, especially with Thanksgiving, that should help with all that. Probably won't drive there to any family. I guess I could, but I haven't really set myself up for that, I guess, yet. Takes a long while. Takes like an hour to get to family, so not built enough. I'm not ready for that yet. Oh, I completely forgot. I thought it was someone completely else. I'm sorry, Elijah. Yeah, sometimes I only like read your comments and I forget who actually said it. So sorry about that. Oh boy. It's also called the Spirit Adventure. Okay, there we go. Was that? Which way did it go? Was Spirit Adventure name for the? There was also something else. Like the book? It was like Carl's. We'll have to do some sort of watch party or something. I was actually thinking of like even doing like a watch party with the Discord to have us all watch it. I don't know how that would work, but that was like a weird thought I wanted to do, because I want to watch it eventually too. Because now I'm like, you made me curious enough that it's like, what actually did happen? Because there's like 40-50 minutes of like the story that's like I don't remember what actually happened. Like they land into the forest in the tropics of South America, and then they meet a bird and a dog, and then what happens for the next 10-20 minutes? You know. Oh, we have to watch Cats. That's true too. There's a lot. I know that. Well, Up is definitely on Disney, so I don't know Whoa. Who's got cats? What streamable has cats? Let's see. How to watch cats. I don't know how many. Doesn't take that many steps to watch it. Okay. Do. How to watch it? Does Netflix have it? No. They wouldn't go that far. Amazon, Fandango, Voodoo, Google Play, iTunes. Okay. Amazon Prime Video. I think we might have that, but I don't know if I'll be able to. If we do watch party, I'm not sure how to stream it from there. I don't think I personally have an account. I think we have a family account for that. So, and the other ones, I don't think I'm willing to chill out another $10 to rent it. Cowboy Bebop's on Netflix. Is that coming when? What day is that? Bebop. Netflix. Cool. Okay. Okay. Now tell me. When? Oh, today. Tomorrow. Wow. Okay. 19th. Okay. But I guess if we're in Australia, maybe it'll already be out. I guess it's actually when. Oh yeah, Diamond and Pearl. Isn't that the same day? Diamond and Pearl remake. Release date. Tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow it's gonna be Bebop and Diamond and Pearl remake day. Cool. Okay. You watched it, you're like, oh, awesome then. Okay. Yeah, I should probably watch that. Well, I guess it's tomorrow, so I can't watch it tonight. Okay then, that worked out. Thank you, Cookie. I super appreciate you. Thank you for coming. You get a little wave goodbye. Bye, Cookie. Hopefully you'll get another find a device. Maybe go to the library. I don't know, to get a 60 FPS VHz monitor or something. Or I guess no. If you're, is it possible that PAL actually doesn't allow you? Is that still a thing? Where in European countries and with PAL you can't get 60 hertz? And that was a thing, like definitely in the 90s I've heard. I don't know about now. Is that still a thing? Where the refresh rate, the frame rate for PAL territories was actually like 10% slower or something. PAL frame rate versus NTSC. Well, yeah, 25. That's what that says. It's MA. Ah, great. Well then. I'll have to probably don't do a watch stream then. We'll I'll just watch it. I'll just watch it independently then. Okay, that sounds fine then. We'll just watch cats. More the reason to watch cats then. PAL is Europe. Okay, cool. Yeah, just wondering if like the frame rate ever got bumped up somehow. Is it 60? Is PAL frame rate 60 FPS, or was it the refresh rate or whatever? Half frames a second. What? Interlaced. Love all these Google questionnaires. Like, is 60 FPS a good frame rate? Depends, you know. Let's see. NTSC. And we got the ESRB. Yeah, that's a little different. That's the rating board. Is 60 hertz enough for gaming? Yeah. It's not a... I thought I read somewhere that like in Sonic 1, I know that at least was like slowed down because like in PAL, the frame rate was 50 instead of 60, so it actually made the music a little bit slower. So it's like whatever the percentage of 60 down to 50 decrease percentage. So it actually got a little bit slower. So these 4 pallets, 24 about the US. Yeah, so US has a higher frame rate than PAL for whatever reason. Why is PAL frame rate slow? I said pla. Why do PAL games run at 50? Let's see. Oh, okay. So they're 17% slower. Okay. NTSC ran at 60 hertz and PAL runs at 50 hertz, which means anything on a monitor, any kind of game, whatever, movie, are all 17% slower than in US and Japan, I guess. You also got a different scan lines. That the amount of lines on a screen is actually a little bit different. PAL has 576 compared to NTSC's 480. Which means PAL gamers got big black borders. Yeah. That's why, yeah. Right, start at the Switch NSO 64 games. They included the European versions, and like they run them like slightly different, a little bit slower or something. Why did they fix that? Or at least or at least PAL can then get the US versions and then have it run faster. But then, would it actually work if PAL universally is 17% slower? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is like, has that been rectified at all? This is definitely a thing. So I'm just wondering now. I don't know why this is always interesting to me. Something with cables or something. Why do we're all games slower? Do PAL cube games run slower? Well, yeah, I would think. Let's see. Say that the speed spent in the actual game inside of the console. No, instead. I read it right. So PCX. Let me get this over here. I'm not showing the screen, so that works. Okay. So I actually have a little bit closer to me. Have you left uncontrollably before? What funny things happen around you? Ooh. I know when I watch the Try Not to Laugh challenge videos, I'm like, huh. And then I'm like, ah, man. You know, I watch those for the funniness, you know. I'm not trying to go like, oh, I better not laugh. You know, it's kind of like, oh, this is funny. I'll go ahead and laugh, you know. Let's see. Make PAL versions my animations for the Europeans. Yeah. Like, oh, you can't watch this, you know. Europeans, you have to watch my specialized version, which is like 23 FPS or something. I don't know. Writings about games. Oh, board game tips. Okay. Are all PAL games slower? Nowadays, PAL game versions of games always... What? I'm gonna read this in a better, more good way. Nowadays, PAL versions of games always ran just as fast as their NTSC counterparts. But WHIT, WHIT, older games, NTSC often runs faster than PAL. Yes, but not all the time, it seems. Sonic 1 is slower in PAL than in NTSC, but Sonic 2, 3, and Knuckles isn't. What? How's that? See, that's what I don't understand. It's like, how is that then possible? You know? Is PAL actually limiting the amount of pumping of frames to be dynamically slower, to like be a cap or a limit? You know? Is there like some law to say like you must do 50 frames a second, but then how does somebody's... Because Sonic 1 to 2 and 3 isn't that like only like 2 years or whatever, you know, less than a decade or 5 years or something. So like, how does that then? Was that when there was a change? Is it like how does that work then? You know. There's a sort of refresh rate, but hasn't driven. Because also like Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles are all the same technical console. So how did it's 50 hertz. What pal means in English? Good friend. I'm not sure if I should trust his board anymore now. If you play a PAL on NTSC, what does it look like? Ooh. That's a lot of numbers. I'm not sure if I'm going to read all that. I think it just makes it a little bit different. Frame border or something. I have to look into this more. Because apparently these simple just search ups on Google isn't really returning me anything here. 50 hertz, 25 FPS, 25 FPS. What the? Yeah. Some of them do. Ridge Racer, Tekken literally ran slower. Most of them Crash Bandicoot, Surreal ran at the same speed as the NTS version, just with a 50/25 frame rate. So yeah, just case by case thing. What? See that's well then how? How does that work? Yeah. Oh boy. Anyway, I think we're about on time, an hour and a half. Sorry that I didn't get too much in the way of animating. But let's see. Message didn't seem to go through. Which one was it? Oh, okay. Europeans, yeah. I might have censored that in my no box that I have on one of my YouTube settings, you know. Let's see. Thank you, Elijah. Hope I'm just about to wrap up on this, so thank you. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Making sure everything else is good. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let me just close everything here. I'll have to research that more. It's always a fun subject to figure that out. Video history is fun. Especially like it's always like so different everywhere. Explains it around. Standard, I guess. We have a sort of standard, but it's like, why is it sometimes capped in PAL now? Now, like, started. I'm more confused reading all that now because now it's like a case by case thing. But then, how is that then also enforced for a lot of this stuff? I guess. But I guess sometimes we had the soap opera effect where soap operas were like 30 FPS or like higher, who knows? And it's like they always like they look too smooth. Whereas regular film and other shows would always be like 24, so they would feel more cinematic or like nostalgic. So it's like, why are soap operas at a higher frame rate? So I guess it can be. Is it something like that, where it's a case by case of like, oh, this is a special show, so we'll bump it up a little bit, and I guess it's just a standard to have it be 50 or so. 50 hertz, I guess, in Paladin. Anyway, that's what I got out of that. But anyway, thank you again. Thank you everyone for joining. Yeah, we'll continue with this. We'll continue this on next week. So next week is as we said is Thanksgiving. So it's 99.999% possible that I will not be able to have a stream because I will be literally away from my computer. I'm probably gonna, we'll see. whether or not family's gonna. I don't think we decided whether family's gonna come here or we'll go there. Even if they come here, it's probably still not, polite to like have everyone show up for like an hour. Have everyone be really quiet for like an hour just so I can do my stream, So I think we'll just take off. We'll do a holiday on that for next Thursday. So if you guys only watch for me on Thursdays, this is, I guess, your little warning now that it's very likely that you could probably just bet on that I'm not going to have a stream on Thursday for next Thursday. If next Thursday is Thanksgiving, which it most likely is. Okay, cool. So we'll have a stream on next Tuesday, and then we'll continue with this, I guess. Work on, I guess, the same shot and just clean that up. Actually animate it. That'd be nice. And then, I guess, 2 weeks Tuesday, we'll see where we are. We'll have to work on the next. Maybe we'll work on the next piece, and then go from there. So that's the schedule with that. I'll keep working on the movie in the meantime, the Paper Derpy movie. Got some good progress with that. I posted a post on Twitter to say like I posted something on Patreon. Yeah. Anyway, I posted on Patreon some designs, some concept art for an asset for the movie. So that's pretty fun. So you get some little tiny clues, here and there, like, ooh, I don't want to be too explicit and say like, okay, so here's exactly what's going to happen, and here's some, here's artwork to show exactly what's going to happen in it. I still like to be mysterious and try not to spoil it too much, even in my previews. So it's kind of like, oh, here's an asset that'll be used for maybe something, over here, So, even if you join on Patreon, you're still gonna, have a lot of still mysteries, but also at the same time try to balance it out to go like, here's actually what I'm working on as a concrete thing, but just like what is used in its story might be a little bit more ambiguous. So yeah, that's been really fun. So yeah, don't worry if you join on Patreon and go, oh no, there's a bunch of spoilers. I'm trying to keep that to as minimal as I can. We'll try to make sure that you actually get something interesting to look at, So I posted some concept art yesterday. So if you join up right now, starting at $1 a month on patreon.com/Yoshi Greenwater, you can see that and a whole bunch more. I got a lot more awards built up over the last who knows how long for the whole movie. I've been showing previews and rewards and previews and concept arts and a whole bunch of fun stuff over the whole process of that. So you're interested in that and supporting me and getting your own self a bunch of goodies, you can do that. But there we go. Okay. Thank you again. Till next Tuesday. Thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your time that you're awake, and then you can go to sleep, and then we'll come back in like 4 or 5 days. I don't know, but there you go. Okay. Thank you guys. All right. Bye. Bye everyone.